Good morning, Wayne County and Goldsboro. I am Donald Sutton.
I'm Casey Scarborough.
And this is your third time with us. 3 times. We only have 4, though. So we're closer to the end than we are to the beginning. It's a sad. That's sad. That is sad. But it's happy because we're still here. They're back with us. But, we're going back to school.
It's true. I hope all you guys are prepared for school, got everything you need and stuff. Preparation is different for whether you're a college student or whether you're just a
High school student.
Or even middle school or elementary. You have all the lists you get every year that you have to take out, and you have to run around and fight people in Walmart, Target, wherever, just to get a pencil case and some pencils.
Especially on the tax-free weekend.
I know, that was crazy.
That was chaotic.
It was bad.
But I got some good stuff. I did. I don't know about you. Did you?
I got everything I needed for college, so. But the importance we want to stress about getting ready for school, whether you're going to high school or college, especially if you're in your senior year, this is for teenagers yourself, mom, dad, even grandparents. You want to stress to your kid, especially as they're a senior in high school, make sure you start applying for colleges. Don't wait till the last minute. Get them in early.
Well, what I'm going to do, I still have a little bit of time because a lot of early deadlines are still in October and whatnot. There's something called early action, and it's where it's like a first round of applications you can send to college. Because, you have your normal applications you can send in the spring. Well, early action, you can do it in the fall, and that's what you did, too.
That is.
And you did something called a Common App, right?
There's a wonderful, glorious application online that you can go to. It's called the Common App. And basically, it's like a lot of universities will take this one Common App that just calls for the essay that you write, your resume, basically, your parents, all of their education, your education, test scores, all that glorious information you'll have to get ready and have done by I'd say definitely have it done by, I'd go ahead and say October of your senior year.
It's nice to have.
But you submit it all, you only have to submit it once, and a lot of the times you can send it out to multiple colleges, so that way you're not constantly retyping and restating everything that you've already put down multiple times, so you just do it all once, and you can send it off to whatever college you want to go to.
Now, the colleges, they still have their own certain things they want you to do when you're applying. They might have an extra essay or a few different set of questions, but that Common App, like it sounds like in the title, it's the common part of the application. It's what every application is typically going to have, and you can already have that part done for everything that you do. Now, I think that's an awesome kind of thing. If I hadn't have known about that, me starting this process would have been a bit more challenging. And something else. You have to take the SAT and the ACT, and the SAT that costs some money. That's about $50 to take just the normal test. Now, something that I found out, you can actually apply for SAT fee waivers. And it doesn't matter what you think your financial situation is at home. Just talk to your guidance counselor about that. Talking to you students and parents, tell your students to talk to your guidance counselor about that. Or you can just call them yourselves. And sometimes, if you meet a certain financial range, you can get these fee waivers. And with these fee waivers, you can get 4 free. 4 free.
College applications.
Yes. Let me stress, 4 free.
When each college is usually about $80 to $100 just to apply there, trust me, free starts sounding really nice.
Yes, that is one of the best 4-letter words I've ever heard.
But speaking of which, this isn't just for seniors, people all the way down, especially you freshmen that are going into high school this year. You got to make a big impact. Because whenever you apply for a college, they look at your transcripts, sometimes all the way back even to elementary school, but especially they look at your high school years, and you'd be surprised that even sometimes your one freshman gym class that you have to take can sometimes determine whether or not you get into a college because, well, they think that you didn't maybe take health that seriously. Well, then maybe they don't think that you take it seriously enough to get into their university. So make sure that you always try your best in every single class that you take, and don't just take a class to get by. Make sure that you give it all of your effort.
And I heard something growing up, and even teachers would tell me this. And they'd be like, a lot of things that you do in elementary school and middle school, in the long run, it won't really matter. It's high school that colleges look at. And that is true. Colleges do look at high school. But I'm not going to take the time and do this, but I can chain events that I did in elementary school that have helped me in high school. Maybe being in one certain program or taking one certain class that a few other kids didn't. It has really pushed me forward, maybe by just a marginal little fraction of an inch. But it's given me that fraction of an inch that I can just go forward with. So always keep in mind that everything will help you out. So you know what, Casey? I think we've talked enough about colleges and getting ready for school and all that. I think we're going to turn it over to Wayne and Kim. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good.
All right.
Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to open this book very carefully because it's a book with a bite. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh. Once upon a time, there was a lovely mother duck with 3 pretty ducklings and one... Wait a minute! What's that? I'm trying to read you the story of the ugly duckling, but there's something in this book that shouldn't be here. Hang on. Where did it go? Did it escape? Or could it be hiding? Do you dare keep looking? You do? Well, then turn the page very carefully. It's a crocodile, and a really big, scary one. What's he doing in this book? He might bite your finger or scratch your nose. Crocodiles like to do that, so stay back, just in case. Watch out, he's on the move. What's he doing? Oh, he's eating the letters. He must be hungry. Oh, I think his favorite letters are the O and the S. Stop, Mr. Dial. You can't eat the letters. Now he's gobbling up whole words and sentences. Oh, what will we do? We can't read a book without words. We can't read if there aren't any sentences. We gotta make him stop. Oh, let's try rocking the book from side to side. That's it, look. He's nodding off. Yeah, he's sleeping like a baby. Now, let's find a crayon, because if you're gonna eat our words, Mr. Crocodile, we're gonna color on you. Shh. He's not such a scary crocodile now. Oh no! Maybe he is a scary crocodile after all. All that drawing has woken him up and he is not looking too happy about having that tutu. Because crocodiles, they do not do ballet. Watch out! It looks as if he's had enough of this book. He's going to make a run for it. Here he goes. Ouch! Oops. Maybe it's not so easy to escape from a book. Maybe if we shake it up and down, he'll fall out. No. Let's see him. No, that didn't work. But look, he's figured out what to do. He's munching a hole through the page. And he's nearly out. Goodbye, Mr. Crocodile. You weren't scared, were you? Where do you think he'll turn up next?
Joining me in the studio today is Mount Olive Chamber of Commerce President, Miss Tyler Barwick Graham. She's here to give us details on happenings in the Big Mount Olive.
Oh yeah, the Big Mount Olive.
The Big Mount Olive, yes. So what's happening, Tyler?
Well, our big thing right now is that we have our annual reverse raffle fundraiser coming up, and it's going to be on September 12th at the Wayne Shrine Club in Dudley, North Carolina. The event will kick off at 6:30 with cocktails, and then at 7 o'clock we'll start the dinner, and then by 7:30 we will start the raffle portion of the evening. So it's going to be a good evening.
Yes,
and hopefully somebody will win $5,000, or maybe they'll split and go their separate ways with $1,000. You never know how it's going to work out, but it's always fun to be there that evening, and we're really looking forward to it.
Now tell me what the proceeds go towards for this raffle.
The proceeds go towards all of the community events that the chamber puts on. Yes, we're constantly trying to get involved in the community and give back to the community, and so it just goes throughout our annual budget, I guess, to kind of distribute that back into the programs. And we have Jimmy Martin with us this year. Mr. Brainy Vickery usually does our event, but he had another.
Well, Jimmy's great too.
He is. He is so good, and he's got a special performance planned for the evening.
Oh wow!
So I'm ready to see that.
Never know.
You never know. You never know. He's so much fun,
He
and
is.
he's just really great with the crowd, and so we're looking forward to having him on board with us this year.
Yeah, he's extremely interactive with your crowd.
He is. He is. So
they
it'll
need to be on the
a lot
edge of their
fun.
seats, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll be a lot of fun, and the Wayne Shrine Club, I can't say enough what a good job they do.
Oh yes.
I mean, not only do they give back into the community from this event, but they are just, they put on a great meal.
Mm-hmm.
They work together. They're always so good to us and just good to our crowd that attends. And so we love this partnership with them as well. So besides that, we have tickets for sale.
That's what I was going to say. If
yes.
somebody wants to attend your raffle
If
and
they
support
want to
Mount
attend,
Olive Chamber of
we'd
Commerce,
love for them to be there. We have tickets for $100. That's a dinner for two, beverages, dessert, all of that, and of course your chance to win $5,000.
Of course.
And that evening we're going to have different sideboards, 50-50 drawings, and all of that kind of fun. Silent auction, and we've got some really great things just planned for that evening, and we want folks to come out and be a part of it with us.
you got some good silent auction items.
We do, but you're going to have to go to find out.
Of course you
So
are.
You don't want to miss out. But we're really looking forward to that, and that's our big thing right now that we're working on. Later on down the road, on September 26th, we are having a Mount Olive Mingle.
Now, what is a Mount Olive Mingle?
It is the first time that we were doing this, so we're going to figure it out. We're going to find out what it is. But really the idea behind the Mount Olive Mingle was just to get our community and chamber members just to hang out and to just relax and enjoy their time together just on behalf of the chamber. You know, we want to
That's
say
nice.
Thank you for being a chamber member. Thank you for all you do to our community. Thank you for all of your help and the ways that you pitch in. And so we've just got a special evening planned for them. It's going to take place at Ribeyes. And
a nice steak place in Mount Olive.
Yes, it's fantastic. But we're just going to have a good, we're going to have little appetizers and drinks and
Some entertainment.
And so we really hope that we have a good turnout for this event. And we invite not only people from Mount Olive, but all over Wayne County and Goldsboro. We'd love to have them come out.
So this is at no cost.
At no cost. And so
You can't
a
beat that.
free evening.
Yes.
And it's, again, it's at Ribeye Steakhouse from 6:30 to 9.
Give us the date one more time.
September 26th. It's a Thursday evening. So go ahead and mark your calendars
There you
for
go.
that.
Go ahead and mark
We'd
your
love to
calendar.
have you guys there.
And that's a great way for people to make business contacts as well.
Exactly. I mean, it's just opening the door for a lot of things to come.
Which is exactly what the chamber does.
Exactly. And this is the first, like I said, of our events. And so we're going to try to figure out, what works, what doesn't work. But we are planning to do this once each quarter. And so we'll have more of these events to come in the future. So we're really looking forward to it.
Well, that sounds great. Y'all have got a lot going on down there in Mount Olive.
We do. We've got a lot going on, and we've got a great member services committee together this year that is really working to try to bring new things to the chamber. So
That's always
you never
exciting.
know what might happen. Yeah.
Well,
We're
we
excited
love the
about it.
sound of the Mount Olive Mingle. That sounds fun. And
Well,
of course the
thanks.
reverse raffle
Thank you.
that, will give an opportunity for you all to be able to provide these nice things to your chamber members.
Exactly. We've got to, you
got to raise the funds.
Exactly. To make things like that happen and to give back to the community, we've got to have that money to work from. So
Well, you all
this
have a
is
very active
definitely our
board.
biggest fundraiser of the year. So
You have an active board that is constantly coming up with new and creative ideas, and Mount Olive's a great place to be.
well, thank you. We think so.
And I'm sure you do.
We do.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Tyler.
Thank you for
and
having us, Kim.
if you're interested in finding out more about either one of the things that are happening at the Mount Olive Chamber of Commerce, where can they go, Tyler, to find out more about
Visit
it?
our website, www.mountolivechamber.com, or you can give us a call, 919-658-3113.
And that's what's happening at Mount Olive Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, boys and girls. Here at the Wayne County Public Library, we just finished our summer reading program, and we did a program on gardening. We had worms in our garden, and this little guy, he kept a diary, because this is Diary of a Worm. So, March 20th. Mom says there's 3 things I should always remember. 1, the earth gives us everything we need. And 2, when we dig tunnels, we help take care of the earth. And 3, never bother Daddy when he's eating the newspaper. March 29th. Today, I tried to teach Spider how to dig. First of all, his legs got stuck. And then he swallowed a bunch of dirt. And tomorrow, he's going to teach me how to walk upside down. March 30th. Worms cannot walk upside down. April 4th. Fishing season started today. We all dug deeper. April 10th. It rained all night and the ground was soaked. We spent the entire day on the sidewalk. Hopscotch is a very dangerous game. April 15th. I forgot my lunch today. I got so hungry that I ate my homework. So my teacher made me write, "I will not eat my homework," 10 times. And when I was finished, I ate that too. April 10th. I snuck up on some kids in the park today. They didn't hear me coming. I wiggled right up between them and they screamed. Oh, I love when they do that. May 1st. Grandpa taught us that good manners are very important. So today, I said good morning to the first ant I saw. There were 600 more of them in line. I stood there all day. May 8th. Had the worst nightmare last night. Giant birds playing hopscotch. Mom says I gotta stop eating so much garbage right before I go to bed. May 15th. I got into a fight with Spider today. He told me you needed legs to be cool. Then he ran off and I couldn't keep up. Maybe he's right. May 16th. I made Spider laugh so hard he fell right out of his tree. Who needs legs? May 28th. Last night I went to the school dance. You put your head in, you put your head out, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself about. And that's all we could do. June 5th. Today we made macaroni necklaces in art class. I brought mine home and we ate it for dinner. June 15th. My older sister thinks she's so pretty. I told her that no matter how much time she spends looking in the mirror, her face is always going to look just like her rear end. Spider thought that was really funny. Mom did not. When I grow up, I want to be a Secret Service agent. Spider says I'll have to be very careful because the president might step on me by mistake. It's a dangerous job, I told him, but somebody's got to do it. June 28th. 3 things I don't like about being a worm. 1, I can't chew gum. 2, I can't have a dog. And 3, all that homework. July 29th. 3 things good about being a worm. 1, I never have to go to the dentist. 2, I never get in trouble for tracking Bud through the house. And 3, I never have to take a bath. August 1st. It's not always easy being a worm. We're very small, and sometimes people forget we're here. But, like Mom always says, the earth never forgets we're here.
Good morning. Joining me in the studio today, I have Corporal Ronald McDuffie and Corporal Robbie Jones from the Goldsboro Police Department. They're here today to talk about bullying, what's happening in our schools, and how to prevent it. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good to be here.
So tell us about this upcoming date that we're all going to promote, Stomp Out Bullying.
Well, that date is going to be October the 7th, this year, 2013. It's a day where you wear blue shirts to signify that you are all together and stomping out bullying and showing support for people that have been bullied.
Well, can you give me the overall definition of what is a bully?
Bullying is being mean to someone through words or action. A lot of times, when we talk to kids, sometimes they don't even realize that being mean to a little sister and brother by saying hateful things is actually a sign of bullying. It's also actually a sign of violence. So we want to kind of make the kids aware of what bullying is, because some kids don't know it, don't really know what it means.
Exactly. Well, how about parents out there? If a parent is suspecting that their child might be bullied, what are some things they need to be looking for, some symptoms?
Well, if your child, you know, we just started school, but if your child is acting like they don't want to go to school, maybe they're, you know, pretending that they're sick or just don't want to go, that's a sign that they might be being bullied.
Just something to really make you think.
Yeah, also, you know, check and see if, you know, if they're coming home, they're pigging out. You know, you're trying to figure out, why aren't you eating lunch? Maybe their lunch money's been taken, or their packed lunch has been taken. Also, find out if they're taking CDs to school, iPods to school, cell phone, and if they come back without that stuff, just kind of ask, hey, where's your stuff at? A lot of times bullies will take those things from them. So also sleeping habits. The main thing that I think that we really see is kids just don't want to go to school. They'll fake sicknesses and things like that. So parents, just ask your kids every day, how'd your day go? Talk to them about bullying. I was sharing a story with Corporal McDuffie, and I shared with the kids. I was bullied.
Really?
As a kid when I was little. It was only for 2 weeks. And it was when we look at it now, it's real minor. But back then, you know, the kids, it was a real big thing.
Right.
And it made me feel horrible. And that was only for 2 weeks, and I can imagine what a kid who's been bullied for years and what, you know, some of the things that they go through. So parents, talk to the kids about that, and even also seeing others being bullied. We call those bystanders. Somebody just standing watching. They need to take action, whether it's telling an adult, telling a parent, or somebody like that. So we want to remember that day and keep this thing going to make everybody aware of bullying.
Absolutely. Well, tell us, if you will, moving forward with bullying, there are, in most of our middle schools and high schools, there are programs set up presently where the youth can go and talk to a counselor or talk to someone and be a part of anti-bullying campaigns in all the schools.
Right.
Do you all work with our local schools in that particular topic?
We do. We go into schools right now, middle and elementary schools, and we do teach. Part of our great program is, you know, directed towards bullying, so, but not all of it, but we do help in that respect. And there are programs in the schools that kids can go and talk to those adults without any reprisals, anybody finding out who told about the bullying. And that way you can help the other kids, because you can put yourselves, we call it empathy, put yourselves in their place, and it kind of makes you feel like you're helping them out, because you wouldn't want to be that done to you, and you certainly wouldn't want your siblings being bullied either. Right,
and we, you know, you understand that back when we were coming up, this didn't used to be
so predominant?
Right. And it was more so in the high schools. Now it's in the middle schools. And we got to be leery of that because of the suicide rates. You know, their minds are developing. And you just got to be careful of that because, like I said, when I was bullied, during that, it was 7th grade, and it really bothered me. It was only for 2 weeks, and it hurt. And it really hurt. Now, I got over it. One thing I can say, too, is if you find yourself being bullied as a kid, you have to find your niche to get out of it. I did. I'm a jokester. I like laughing and joking, so I laughed and joked with them until I sort of kind of blended in, and they stopped it. But that was my way of handling it. So you need to find your own niche of how to handle it. Don't be afraid to tell people. A lot of kids don't want to tell their parents because they honestly believe, and this is what they're telling us, that it makes them feel weak, embarrassed.
To go tell their parents.
To go tell their parents, especially boys. You know, we're taught to be tough, and they don't want to tell anybody.
And they might think it's going to make it worse.
Exactly, because one young lady told me that she didn't want to tell her father because she thought the father was going to come to the school to yell at the bully to make it worse.
Right.
So there's different tactics that you can use. You just got to find your own niche and whatever works for you.
When you're dealing with the bullies, though, you got to realize that at some point they were bullied also, and it's most of the time that's why they, you know, mirror that behavior. And what you do is you take the bullies and you take the victims, you separate them, and you talk to each of them separately and find out what's driving this behavior. And hopefully you can get to the root of that problem and change it.
Absolutely. And you know, most of the schools do have counselors and people that you can go talk to, and they can actually have a mediator to find out exactly what's going on. And like you said, dig down deep and find out why the action is happening to begin with.
Exactly.
So tell us that date one more time.
October the 7th, 2013 is Stomp Out Bullying Day.
So wear blue on that day. That shows that you are participating in the campaign to stomp out bullying. We appreciate your help. Thank you all for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
And this is what's happening in your community.
Hey guys, welcome back. Well, that was some really great information from Wayne and Kim and all their guests, wasn't it?
It really was. It was great. Hope you had your listening ears on, didn't miss anything.
But just in case you didn't, because I know it's early in the morning, don't you think? Just in case you didn't, you can catch us at 12, 5:30, later on in the evening. And you can go to waynegov.com, check out our YouTube page link, or if you're feeling really risky, go to our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Right. You know, earlier today we were talking about back to school and stuff, and, you know, we just covered a few brief parts that a senior in high school maybe would do their first fall. But, you know, after you apply to college and even get in, it doesn't stop there. You have to apply for your FAFSA, which is your financial aid. You know, even if you don't think you're going to be eligible for anything, they require every single student to apply for that. So parents, that's an important note, because if your kid says you don't have to do it, trust me, you do. So you have to do all that. Make sure you want to apply for scholarships, because trust me, college is not cheap. So it's not as bad as it could be. And, you know, you always have the great option of Wayne Community College right here in Wayne County. For a couple years, you can get your gen eds out of the way. You know, you still want to make sure that you don't end up in debt, because that's one of the worst things to do, is start out a career and you already owe a lot of money. But after that, then you go to where the situation that I'm currently in and I'm dealing with right now, you go off to college and stuff, and you want to make sure you keep a straight head while you're in college, because you're officially independent, you're on your own. I know that scares mom at home, but...
It scares my mom at home just talking about it. And, you know, going off to college, you brought up Wayne Community College. A lot of people, there's this predetermined idea passed around that, you know, oh, don't go to a community college. And I've heard that from people that I know. Now, going to a community college, there is nothing to be ashamed about. It is actually a better plan in some cases. You save a lot of money, you get the same classes, you meet great people in your own hometown, or at least a surrounding area, or in your own home county. And then a shout out to the middle schoolers out there, and parents of middle schoolers, or somewhere along those lines. You can also try and apply to high schools. Wayne Early Middle College High School. That is WIMCHS for short, because it is quite a mouthful to say if you want to just do the whole thing. Now, if you go there, you'll graduate with a 2-year associate's like I will be. And then college gets a lot easier, because you've just taken off around 2 years of tuition. You can go in as a junior/freshman status. It always depends on where you're going. It's complicated, but at the same moment, it's a big relief. And you get a lot of experience, too. Now, Casey, you were talking about all that stuff you can do in your spring year as a senior. Now, I'm just going into my senior year, so I'm going to take the side of the audience, and I'm going to let you talk a little bit more about that if you have anything else to say, because it'd be nice for me to learn, too.
You know, I'd just say make sure you stay on top of everything, because it always seems that right as you finish filling out all the information you have, there's a whole nother thing you have to fill out. So I'd just say basically stay on top of things. Don't procrastinate. That is the absolute worst, because on top of applying to college and doing all of that information for college, you still have your high school work. And, you know, for seniors in high school, you've got, for Wayne County, you have the senior graduation project, as so many dearly love. And you have your AP classes if you take, for instance, since I go to Charles B. Aycock High School, where I graduated from there this past year, we had the opportunity to take AP classes, which is basically like college classes, since we weren't actually on a college campus like Donald has the privilege of being on. And if you do that, you can get some of your credits out of the way. I graduated with credits already for like calculus and a lot of my Englishes, so I don't have to take that and spend money on those whenever I go off to East Carolina. And now that I'm there, we don't have to, so it saves a lot of money and a lot of time.
All right, that's helpful. I must say, just in a nutshell, just for me, that's helpful. And I'm sure a lot of parents and students out there, if you're listening, still got those listening ears on. I'm sure they're really thankful for that. Now, you brought up procrastination, but we'll talk about that later. You see what I did there?
I gotcha.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been a wonderful time. Thank you. We have one more time left, so you can catch us next week for the fourth and final time.
Don't miss it.
Ooh, don't miss it. And please, please, seeing eyes and listening ears. Thank you. I've been Donald.
I've been Casey.
Have a good day.